Zach Maslany now making his way to the stage. Maslany in the black and white. Expect fireworks, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Zach from 10th Planet Bethlehem.
10th Planet Bethlehem.
Veritable dream team of killers.
Him and JM
Yes, sir.
holding down the fort at 10th Planet Bethlehem.
Great technique. He's
He's a beast. He's a savage.
excellent coaches, I have to say. Great guys, JM and Zach.
That's a beautiful.
Great guys, JM and Zach.
Veritable dream team of killers.
He's a beast. He's a savage.
Zach from 10th Planet Bethlehem.
10th Planet Bethlehem. It's 10th Planet Bethlehem. It's a bit.
Great technique. He's
It's 10th Planet Bethlehem.
What? Turn me up a little bit. Yeah. Where your money at? We gon' smoke 100 sacks. Shooting up your block, switch cars, then we double back. You a funny cat. You ain't made 100 racks. You ain't nothing like Nip Buffalo, that's a fucking fact. Putting on for my city, got 100 stats. I'm the realest nigga and it can't front on that. A lot of fake niggas hate me cause they wanna rap. If they dumb enough to say it, I'ma fucking snap. Big guns, I got big guns, ARs, AKs, nigga, pick one. This young nigga on that shit, you should get on. And I promise you get fucked if your bitch come. No Jamaica wood, nigga, show the crib love. Like that nigga Nip, kinda sick, love. Go to me side, niggas bang my shit tough, it's all love. Even to my homeboys that switch up. Funny thing is, they swore when I get rich, I turn my back on them, but I'm still up in the mix, huh? Goddamn, ain't that some shit? Can't a young nigga pull up in the six, getting his dick sucked? Where your money at? We gon' smoke
What up? Zach's Corner episode. What one are we on? 24. I think we're on episode 24. What's up, everybody? I'm back. We're back to the corner. We're back in the corner, right? We're about to knock out another podcast here. I've been off for a little bit. I've been traveling again and just spending some time with the fam, the babies, Merlot and Zig and my wife. And I've been just grinding business-wise, and I trained hard for that last match. I found out about it when I forget, only a couple weeks, maybe a week or two. I forget exactly how long, but it wasn't that long, and I was able to, I trained really hard for it. I made sure, I was getting a lot of rolls in with all my purple belts and JM and Makovsky and all the other guys and all the tough dudes and Gabe back at the school. And I got back from Cleveland. I'll tell you guys that story. But that song that I was just playing was Primo Money, Nipsey Hussle. But it was a thing that was just came out by DJ Premier featuring Nipsey Hussle. If you guys don't know Nipsey Hussle, I didn't know much about him. I don't know much about a lot of the newer guys. I like his style. I like anything DJ Premier puts out, I'm going to listen to. Sorry. It's just the way it goes. DJ Premier, if you guys don't know him, he's been on everything. He's done a bunch of a lot of the rappers from back in the day that DJ Premier, anything he puts out, I fox with, if you feel me. So found that, been listening to that. It's like a whole album full of songs. It's pretty dope. I've been listening to that for a while now. Yeah, check it out. If you guys don't know about Nipsey Hussle, there's a little conspiracy, not to bring up conspiracy theories again, but there's a conspiracy theory going on with him that he was about to expose some people and stuff. And he was like a positive guy in the community, and he was just talking about doing things differently and look into it is all I can say. But it looks like obviously it could have just been like some people say it could have been a gang thing, could have just been because he was still, I don't know where it was, but maybe he was still in the same hood where he was growing up, and maybe someone tried to rob him, or they say they took him out because he was trying to spread the positive vibe and talk about positive things and change in the community. So I mean, I don't know. I there's no way to tell. I'm drinking some coffee right now. My dogs are going nuts. I'm drinking some. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Trader Joe's coffee right now. Yeah, Trader Joe's Joe, right? It's full bean. Got it in the old espresso machine. I've been knocking that out. We've been drinking Stumptown. I always buy my wife coffee because she has a podcast called Coffee with Cat. I almost want to call it Cat's Corner, but it's actually Coffee with Cat. So go listen to that. It's about a lot of women stuff. It's about everything, though. She talks about her life pretty in depth, and she goes over different topics, woman stuff, and then also, other things like health and wellness and just what she's up to. So that's shout out to my wifey. She's killing it. And so after Japan, I just started training, back at the school, getting back on the business grind. and just be trying to settle back in, get my sleep right and everything, go see my family. I'm pretty sure Easter happened. And then I was cutting weight for a while, and cutting weight sucks, guys. I really hate cutting weight, but I'll give you a couple tips on cutting weight real quick. Let's see, weight cutting tips, because everyone always asks me, like, give me weight cutting tips. The key is to start far out, like, and just cut out everything. Like, seriously, cut out all the shit. Cut out sugar, cut out, everything, just drink water, coconut water. I eat a lot of fruit, and I'll eat like chicken and rice, and just try to eat clean. Like, and what I'll do is I'll cut. It depends. Like, I'm weighing, let's say if I'm weighing like 15 pounds over what I need to get down to, that's a big jump. I'm definitely gonna cut calories, as the time goes on, so that way I can get closer to the weight, and then the water weight jump isn't as bad. So that's pretty much what I do. Like, I do cut calories, and I get myself down to a formidable water cut, and usually it's not much, and then I just try to drop a few from there. And this time was interesting because shout out to Seth Daniels from Fight to Win. He's doing big things, and he offered to fly me out to fight this guy because bottom line is this guy's from Cleveland. Rob Heileman has a whole, black belt under Tom DeBlas, and he sells a bunch of tickets in that area because it's his hometown. So they need a guy to come out and fight him. He's probably fought everybody in an area, as have I in my area. How many times are people going to want to see me face, Rosenthal's or Battle or whatever? I'm sure, we all keep competing. Maybe I'll see him one day, maybe not. But I mean, it's like you face the same guys a lot. So it's nice to get some other guys that are, a black belt and, same weight, and everything. So Seth offered to fly me out to go against this guy. And, I wanted to make sure that I didn't let him down and I would give an exciting match and I wouldn't just go out there and shit the bed. So, I trained hard, and, I was just going to go by myself because, we're just not trying to spend a good $1 even though if we would have had someone come along, it would have been cool. But I just figured, what, I'll go down there. Matt Paul from 10th Planet Chicago had a match. So I figured, hey, I'll go down there, chill with Matt Paul. I'll just make Seth coach me or something like that. And I'll just go down there and throw down. Hopefully everything goes well. So Friday, kiss the fam goodbye, drive down to Philly, get on the plane. Plane's about to leave, and there's tornadoes somewhere in the Midwest, so the plane never took off. So we sat on the tarmac for about 2 hours. I listened to a podcast. I listened to the whole DJ Premier Nipsey Hussle, freaking the whole CD. I listened to the whole thing on SoundCloud. My phone was about to die. Then we got off the plane, and I was pissed because the whole time I just want to cut weight. The water weight, I already cut it at the gym. I'm ready to rock. I've been lifting with my cousin. I'm feeling jacked up, and I'm just ready to get there, make weight, flex on the scale, go get a steak dinner with Matt Paul, and then relax at the hotel. But that didn't happen, guys. So I had to improvise. So I hit up Seth Daniels. I'm like, hey, bro, like this plane ain't making it. He's like, all right, what about tomorrow? I said, okay, that's cool. So what I did was I said, hey, can I still make weight? Is that possible? He said, yes, no problem. I went back to Steel Fitness, jumped on the scale, video recorded myself getting on the scale, made weight, went home, picked up my wife, took her out. We ate a steak dinner. I like to have like a nice dinner the night before. The night before you go to battle, I feel like everybody should do that. Have a glass of wine, which I did. And, what did I have? I actually had a bacon blue burger and some truffle fries or something like that, I think. A lot of times I'll have like a steak, glass of wine, some potatoes, and you feel like you're ready for battle. Then I went home, just loaded up on coconut water and water, trying to rehydrate. Sleep, wake up, go back down to the airport. And, did I mention not only the plane sat on the tarmac for 2 hours, but when it came back in, the grounds crew wouldn't come out and connect us back to the thing. So we had to sit right next to the freaking tunnely thing because it was lightning and it sucked. So we had to just sit there. Then my phone died. Then I drove all the way home from Philly. That's an hour drive. So I drive home from Philly. Then we went out to dinner. Then we came home. Then I woke up again, drove back to Philly, parked, got back on the bus, took the bus back to the terminal, got back on the plane. Finally, the plane took off, flew to Cleveland, Ohio, got off the plane, took the bus to the rental car, picked up the rental car, drove to the hotel, slept for 45 minutes while I just laid there and collected my thoughts, got up, drove to the venue, warmed up. It was my turn to go. I went out. And, I didn't really have time to think. And, I got a couple boos in the beginning because not my hometown. And a lot of the people that were there to see the other guy. and to see Stipe Miocic, which was pretty interesting. He fought in the gi for some odd reason. I never understand that. Like, why bring Stipe Miocic in and have him fight in the gi? Come on. Doesn't make any sense, right? So whatever. Anyways, I'm like, fine. So I'll go out there and compete. And, I didn't even have time to think. And I feel like because I didn't have time to think about it, I performed a lot better. I just went out there. I was in shape, felt flexible, felt healthy. I had a massage right before I left too on Thursday, which really helped me out. Been stretching like a maniac. And you know what? I just went out there and, I played it smart. I put a caption up on my Instagram of some of the pictures that said, older and smarter, this is me at my best. And, younger me might have did something stupid and got in a leg lock situation or whatever. But I kind of just played it cool and did the best I could. And, I ended up catching him in an arm triangle, which everybody knows back at the school that arm triangle has been like my best submission over the past year. And I've been honing it. So you guys have, not that you guys have, but if you've been following my career and you really watch my matches to a T like I have, because I watch my matches over and over again to make sure, see what I'm doing and like kind of analyze where I'm messing up and stuff. And you can see there were a couple matches where I almost had arm triangles. My last match where at Rise, I almost had an arm triangle. I went for an arm triangle on Battle. I had him in it twice in both of our matches, but I could never finish him. The second time at Fight to Win, I didn't really have him in it. I just didn't believe in it enough to like sink it down. So he got his arm out right away. So, it's just like, and then I think when we were like purple belts, when he beat me back then too. Were we purple belts? Yeah, maybe we were purple or blue belts or some shit like that. And he beat me. And I remember I had him in an arm triangle and he got out of it. So, yeah. But I am, so I finally got one. And it just so happens when I caught him in it, he didn't tap and I held on to it, which, some people might think that if you guys saw the match, he passed out. He let himself pass out. I don't think he tapped, honestly. I held on to that piece and I was waiting for the ref to stop it. And I felt like once I felt he was out, I let go, and I started celebrating because I was pumped up because I freaking work hard, which is nothing wrong with that. But what I tell my guys all the time is not excessively. I was pumped and everybody was kind of scared and he was shaking and stuff like that. So I just I saw it on the big screen on the Jumbotron. So I just went back and, rubbed his stomach or whatever. And then he woke up. And listen, guys, it is I'm sure he was embarrassed. His family was out there and one of the guys had to explain to his mom what happened and shit. And, you sell like 200 tickets and then you get choked unconscious. That's not cool. But guys, it happened to me. My second MMA fight ever, I got caught in a triangle by Joe Ehlert, who was a purple belt at the time under Henzo. And I had no idea. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know jiu-jitsu like that. And I got caught and I just didn't feel like tapping out. I thought I was going to get out, passed out. And then I woke up in the back room and my dad's like, "You're an idiot. Why would you let that happen?" So, and then since then, and listen, I've done some matches where like I should have probably tapped out sooner, leg lock and armbar. And you know what I learned? Now I just got to not get caught in that shit. So that way I don't have to, let myself get cranked on. My dogs are fighting again. Ziggy, no. Merlot, no. Come on, I'm trying to record a podcast over here. Relax. Relax, my friends. They're looking at me like, what's your problem? I just had him outside. We were going for a little walk, and we ran into, we live in an apartment complex, and we ran into the lady who is like the lady who runs the thing, and there's a townhouse open. Right now, we just got a 2-bedroom apartment, starting off small. But this is, the finisher's offices, and we might be moving the offices to a 3-bedroom townhouse, right? So let's keep our fingers crossed. And I think someone's looking at it before. Hopefully I would just take it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping that it goes down because I want that place. And texting my wife about it right now. I might as well. It's right across the street. Probably be the easiest move. And what I want to do is live there for like, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, whatever. And then after that, we can move to a bigger home, like buy a home with some land and stuff like that. But I'm not, at this point, I'm just not ready to buy a house. And I don't want to buy a house in like downtown Bethlehem or something like that. I mean, it'd be cool to have as a second house, but I'd rather move to a spot, a little bit farther out that's like, a little more expensive. But here's the thing, I'm not ready to buy a place that big yet. So, the time will come. Even though we've accomplished so much, and people are like, you guys made it. Like, I feel like, we have a lot of work to do and we're working on other businesses and stuff like that. And we want to keep going. We want to be entrepreneurs and we want to make a lot of money so we can do more things and, have more people be off the grid like us. So Andrew Jones started working for the school, which is really dope. I'm really excited about that. He's doing a great job signing people up, making phone calls, alleviating some of that pressure off me. And it's less I have to be on my phone, which is dope because I'm on my phone like a freaking maniac. And, it sucks. Like, I don't want to be attached to my phone, but it's how we make money and it's like a free advertisement. I just look at it as work. The finishers tournament, that's work. I love doing it. And believe me, it's way better than what I used to do, but it is still work. So, we're constantly like on the move with the putting stuff up. And I got a Sean, my boy, just, shout out to him, just putting in work like with flyers and graphics and then videos by Quentin and Finishers TV. And, we got a lot of moving parts. And now Andrew working for the school is huge. We needed him. We needed another guy to help us out. Kids class is getting bigger. Shout out to the mini goons. They killed it. Shout out to our adult squad. Like everybody's I just love training right now. And just, obviously it's coming off a big win like that is huge. The last couple matches I had were draws. I've been taking on some bigger guys. And I've been taking on some younger guys, and, everyone thinks I'm dead, but, I like competing, and now I'm just competing for fun. And, I've turned down a couple of matches as of late too. I just, not against like any specific opponents, just like different tournaments and stuff. And it's nothing against them. I just don't have time, and I'm doing a lot of stuff. I got to worry about my jiu-jitsu. Like, I got to worry about Thor and Grace and the whole squad, and like teaching and everything, and running the business. And myself, which is like a full-time job too. So like I take the ones that I feel like are good matchups for me, obviously. And, I'll fight anyone 140 black belt on Fight to Win or on a super fight or anything like that. But I'm not really interested in doing like matches where, I have to travel a long drive, or I'm not interested in doing 16-man tournaments right now. Like, I'll do one super fight here and there at a time, but unless it's like EBI or like combat jiu-jitsu or something like that. But I'm not really looking to get into that either. Like I'll take it as it comes. Like if someone's like, hey, we'll give you, I'm looking forward to me and JM are hopefully going to be in Battle Grapple in the UK eventually, maybe in September, October time. So I'm looking to do that, go across the pond, compete over there. I'm looking to do, I'll do IBJJFs when they come in our area. So, I'm going to do stuff like that. Daddy's going to get his feet wet. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wet my beak and everything. And, but not everything, if you feel me. What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Okay, so, what else is going on? So that was pretty much my story of, if I can just add anything else, Fight to Win. I had a great time out there. Again, shout out to Seth Daniels for bringing me out, and I hope to, compete on more Fight to Win cards. I feel like that's my steez. I like that stage. I like the entrance music. I like the whole situation. You get paid. Fight to Win's a good thing. It's not technically sub only because there is judge's decision, but if you just submit the guy, you don't have to have a problem. So the other two, I'm 2-1. I have 2 wins and 1 loss at Fight to Win right now. So I want to keep the ball rolling in the right direction. Let's keep it going here. What else can we talk about? Oh, JM's going to be in the combat jiu-jitsu coming up. He's got a match, a single super fight match this time. There's some gangsters in it too. Gio, Calstein, Ben Eddy, Gabriel Defron, Richard Alicorn. There's a lot of guys. So just go on, check out Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds. Sheridan Moran's back in it. Nick Honstein, Nick Pace. But don't sleep because JM might be in that tournament too, because people always get hurt. People get hurt the day of, and a lot of people have been signing up. I'm not naming names and I'm not throwing shade, but they say you shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Thankfully, my house is made of bricks, and if you go out there and you say you want to be in combat jiu-jitsu, super dope, then you sign up for combat jiu-jitsu, and then they put up a picture of combat jiu-jitsu of you doing combat jiu-jitsu, but then you never do combat jiu-jitsu. That's fucked up, guys. So guys are just going out there and saying they're going to be in it, and then they don't really go in it just to get that flyer out there, just to get that rep of like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then you're not actually doing it. So shout out to everybody who's actually doing it. Anytime they call us, we pretty much say we're in. You know what I mean? Especially when it's big shows. You know what I mean? If it's smaller shows, sometimes you just can't do everything. But if it's big shows, your boys are going to be in it, all right? We're going to say yes, and then we'll fight whoever they put in front of us. If it's Hicks and Gracie black belts, or it's Yuri Samos, or it's freaking some guy in Ohio and his whole squad, or it's some freaking dude out in fucking wherever doing slap fighting, we'll do whatever we got to do. We're doing fights, we're doing everything. So, speaking of fights, we got Thad Frick making his return to the Maverick Calls at the Heptagon. And also Scott Heckman doing his 40th, I believe, retirement fight. So we got MMA fighters too. So, hey, if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, man, Zach and the squad are doing pretty good, and, or you might think like, hey, these guys are a bunch of bums. They're getting a bunch of rep, and I don't know why you'd be listening to this podcast. So turn it off or change it. But if you are thinking that we're doing super dope and you're like a jiu-jitsu or MMA competitor and you want to train with us, there is opportunities for you to come out here and train. If you're like a high level dude, or you're like, really good, or you're like a young kid on the come up and you're like really trying to make this your situation. I mean, think about the people we have. We have, we have JM, we have me, we have Gabe. Gabe's going to be moving soon, but we got a lot of good purple belts and we got some solid brown belts. And we got, combat jiu-jitsu champion Thor. If you're a woman and you're like trying to, make a move or make a change. I mean, we got, I'm not saying I'm trying to steal people, but I'm trying to steal people. All right. So I'm out here, I'm recruiting. I want to be like the Yankees. If I got to pay a whole squad of dudes to come down, fuck it. Everybody else is doing it too. So I'm just trying to add to the squad. But I mean, I'm always looking for more people to train with. So if you're interested in coming down, let us know. We'd love to get you on. We work together. You know what I mean? It's not like you're on the squad and you got to like, you got to do a seance and you got to like believe in flat earth and hail Eddie Bravo. We just want more training partners to help us out. So, the more the merrier. So just contact me or just, slide into the DMs and, or if you're like from 10th Planet and you're like super serious about making a move or something like that. I got a guy live down the street, owns a house, rents rooms out to people, you could possibly stay there, train with the squad. I don't know. So that's up to you. But JM's going to be back in combat jiu-jitsu. Same day as the Finishers 9, which is an all-female card, and it's shaping up pretty nice. It's going to be a little bit smaller than our past ones. It'll be just like when we did the 125ers at our school, only a couple super fights in the tournament. So, but it's going to be some high-level jiu-jitsu action. We got a lot of good girls in it, and some solid super fights. So, and a couple of we got one kids match, maybe two coming up. So, sponsored by Sick Chicks. Shout out to Wendy Jarva and the squad over at Sick Chick for throwing us dough for this. That helps because it just pays the girls $2,500 cash prize. I got to say probably the two of the biggest favorites got to be Danielle Kelly and obviously Grace Gundrum. And but there's a ton of high level girls in it. Where's my list? We got Cece from 10P NYC, Sophie Casella, Christina Pinto, Sonia Tiny Terror Mueller, Chelsea Mappa. We got Katya. I don't know how to say her last name, but she's from Henzo Gracie. Linda Mahalik from 10P Richmond. Eleanor Smith from Big Brothers. Cheryl Dorgan, purple belt under Matt Serra. Trinity Pun, right? Another one of these young kids on the come up. Juliana D'Antonio. She got a blue belt, I think, at our last Finishers Open. There's some young girls in it. Randy Miley, 10P Newton. And then the big guns, Grace and Danielle. So it's going to be dope. And then we got a bunch of super fights, too. Lily Ramos from 10P Newton's fighting Sophie Sharp. They're friends, but they're going to, it's going to be a match, obviously, but that's going to be good. Lauren Strausser from Bloomsburg MMA. I've known them forever. She's going against Kate Gondala. She's coming down. Ailson. I don't even know how to say it. Dude, I'm so horrible. I can't speak in names. Chelsea Chandler. She's an Invicta fighter. That's pretty dope. Miranda Yost, Christine Briggs, Laura Griffith, Samantha Clay. That's going to be an exciting match. And then I think our main event women's match, Jessa Lugna versus Amanda Crammy. That's going to be tough. Big J's going to be there. Finishers come out. It's $20. Watch it online on the Show the Art YouTube page for free, right? You don't have to have Flow Grappling for that. Although Flow Grappling put me in their top submissions from Cleveland. Maybe they just forgot who I was, that I talk shit, and they just, have to bow down to the beast now. But they are making sure you can't. They're really cracking down on people sharing the footage, which sucks because. And you know what? The guys were really cool. Came down and did that stuff on Thor. They said a lot of nice things. But what gets me about it is the whole point is for you to be able to promote yourself. And I know what they're doing. They're making money and it's a great business model. But you got to be able to promote yourself. And you can't really promote yourself when no one can see the videos because it's behind a paywall. It sucks. The Finishers tournament was created to be able to promote everyone with the flyers. Down to the highlight reels, down to the pictures that we take. The whole thing is to promote you as a competitor. Like, we pay for a whole bunch of pictures to go out there for free for the competitors, right? Does that make sense? Right? Like, it comes out of our pocket for Juliana to be there. Shout out to Juliana Fonseca Photography. She's been there since the beginning, and she does a ton of shit for us for free, on the house, helping us out, so we pay her, and she puts those photos out for free. Every other place, you get like 2, maybe, not even, right? You get like you coming out, Mike Columbus taking pictures over there, and then you got to go buy them, and as you should. That's his business. But I'm saying the finishers tournament, as respect to the competitors for stepping up and doing this, and throwing in $100, to put money towards the cash prize, and we come up with the rest of the money, and we use it for our own promotion. And so you guys can promote, the competitors can promote the shit out of it. It helps both ways. And, a lot of guys have said the finishers tournament helped them get into higher level stuff. And, it's easy. It's easy for Eddie Bravo to pick, like, hey, I need someone who does EBI rules. Who's good at EBI rules? Oh, this person won a 16-man EBI rules tournament just like that over on the East Coast against all the best East Coast guys. I'll go with that. Plus now, Combat Jiu-Jitsu is only Combat Jiu-Jitsu. There's not many sub-only tournaments anymore, so you got to do the finishers tournament. So, hey, if there's like a company out there that wants to throw us a ton of money and be like the main sponsor, we're not trying to make the money. The money I want to raise the stakes. I want the finishers tournament to be giving away $5,000 or something like that, but we need the sponsorship money. I don't know how to come up with it. I ain't out here robbing banks. I ain't trying to end up like friggin' Nipsey Hussle or, someone who robs banks. I don't want to end up in that type of situation. So, also speaking of Combat Jiu-Jitsu, I'd like to move Combat Jiu-Jitsu. I'd like to give a big middle finger out to the Pennsylvania State Athletic Commission. So you know who you are. Here's double birds for you. And here's also the Italian thing where you go underneath the chin and you go like, fuck you, with the underneath and up your fucking ass. Because you lying and you not tell the truthy to me. And that pisses me off because they told us that it was cool. Oh, yeah, we'll get it done, blah, blah, blah. Now they want us, dude, bogus. Bogus. They're not letting us do Combat Jiu-Jitsu. And in New Jersey, I don't want to fuck with them. And New York is probably such a problem. I don't even want to deal with it. So we might move this shit to Delaware because guess what? Delaware, you can have like children fight. You can have a guy fight a crocodile down in Delaware. You can have like at a casino in Delaware, you could have a guy. You could have a 4-year-old fight like a 14-year-old. They don't care. They'll let anything happen in Delaware. They have people come out the crowd to fight that night in Delaware. So I'm trying to take Combat Jiu-Jitsu. We just need your state for a couple of minutes, for like one night only. Combat Jiu-Jitsu, Delaware, blah, 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 right? So who cares where it is? But we get the people down there. And, we try to sell some pay-per-views or something. I don't know. We're going to try to work that out. I might take investments. If you are an investor out there and you believe in Uncle Zach, let me know. I mean, we wouldn't need that much to get it started, but I need to buy some mats. Luckily, I get, a little bit of a discount on the side over here from Fuji for mats. So I'd be able to get the mats pretty cheap, but still, it's going to cost some dough. It's probably going to cost around like $10,000. And then I need something to move the mats. You know what I mean? We got to move these microwave ovens. I need like a big truck or something like that. Finishers Enterprises truck. We'll just drive that piece down to Delaware and we'll have a bunch of fights and then we'll drive home. Right? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I think it definitely is a possibility. It's something that we can get done. I think it would be dope. So, what else did I want to talk about today? We got a lot of stuff. I mean, obviously, we always have a lot of stuff coming up, but not as much. My brother's getting married this month. It's May 1st. Right now, when I'm recording this, my brother Mike is getting married, so I'm going to see a Yankees game with him for his bachelor party type deal. And then he's getting married towards the end of the month. And then in June is my birthday. I will be 36 years old. And then my wife also, her birthday is, and we're going to Colorado, so we're doing that. And, I'm going to keep it light this summer, maybe do a couple comps, maybe, feeling cute, might delete later. I don't know what that's from. I just see people on the gram doing that. Oh, speaking of the gram and the internet and social media, YouTube is pretty crazy. YouTube, you could pretty much say anything. You can get away with anything. Facebook, we see your face and stuff like that. But since Grace became insanely popular in Japan, now people are looking Grace up even more and more. I don't know how they're I don't know what's going on, but the likes and the comments and the views on my YouTube, because I have a lot. I've been saving up Grace videos for months. Let me see. I don't know if I could pull some of these up, but people have been commenting on my videos like crazy, and they say a lot of weird stuff. A lot of it is some of it is negative. Let's see. How do I get to my channel? How do I look at comments without? Oh, here we go. So this Grace Gundrum versus Zoe Childs. Zoe Childs. Go on my YouTube, search Zachary Maslany, and you'll find it. We got our most viewed video is a 10 Planet electric chair video at 76K. Then we got Grace Gundrum, Zoe Childs, 18K. Let's pull this up real quick.
Let's go, Grace.
Let's turn this down. But let's see some of the comments here. This one, 34 comments. Just discovered her. She's awesome, patient, composed, technical. From her opponent's POV, though, she's like trying to grab water. Yeah, so a lot of it is really good. I'm so amazed at how skilled Grace is at such a young age. About 4 minutes in, I felt like Joe Rogan watching the Korean Zombie. What? Coach and fighter on point. Grace is a beast. Respect to both. Great match. Why does Grace look like she just woke up? Literally, every time I see her, she's got the same look of, I just woke up 2 seconds ago and I'm ready to grapple. LOL. That's not even funny. And she doesn't look like that. Fuck you, dude. Sorry. Such different styles. Grace is like graceful and calm, constricts like a snake. Zoe is like the typical fast, one-punch knockout, high torque rush type of style. And that's pretty good. Beautiful twister. Good. Great coaches. She's the best teen in the world, always undersized and still overcomes, always humble. Thank you for training her so well. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. So skillful. The twister. I hope there will be a rematch. I'm sure there will. Grace is my idol. Part of me wants to see her versus Nikki Ryan. Stupid. I clearly have no idea what's going on here. This popped up on my suggestions for unknown reasons. And I don't know what the hubbub is all about. This is like Eeyore wrestling another Eeyore. No disrespect, I'm trying to understand competition to what skills sets are. You said no disrespect, but before that, you disrespected 2 women in a fight sport type thing. You're an asshole and dislike. The fighter seems diminished by the coaching. What the fuck does that mean? Some old guy. Chip Spencer, you have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, sorry. No thanks. I say no coaching. That is totally cheating. Dude, what are you talking about? Have you ever watched any sport ever? There's always coaching. What sport is there not coaching? You freaking D-bag. Ask the pro DJ. Picture of a 50-year-old. Okay. Douchebag. Grace Gundrum. 9. This one is on an invitation. Here she gets her blue belt in the dead orchard. Grace warming up. See, all these videos are going up big time. Grace Gundrum versus Jasmine Johnson. That was a freaking awesome video by my boy Hoss the Bizzle. Power side cements me found. Why is a triangle? Here we go. Here's a guy's YouTube thing is eagle. Why is a triangle symbol everywhere in BJJ? Because it's the Illuminati. It represents. I think it's also because the figure is important. Oh, then why did you ask that question? People are nuts, dude. But anyways, let's see. How many followers do I have? 403 subscribers on YouTube. But nobody watches anything but the Grace Gundrum videos, but still pretty dope. So, I like how Chris D'Elia pretty much does it, where he goes out there and he pretty much just snaps at people. And I like that, when he snaps people down. And he just like snap, or not snap, what does he call them? Slams, right? Your grand slams. And I just go out there and slam people to death, just big time, slam. And that's what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to slam people. Sometimes, my wife always tells me to let it go. And, sometimes I do let it go, but sometimes I have to slam people. And that's the way it goes. I just have to come out there and I just have to slam them, right? I just have to give them a Denny's grand slam, as Chris D'Elia would say. And, $9.97, bacon, egg, and cheese, or no, bacon, egg, and something or other. But bacon, egg, and what else did they give you? Some hash browns, but they're not even that good at hash browns. So, Anyways, screw Denny's. But guys, it's 35 minutes in. I got to get rolling because I need to get my shit together. Then I go to check out his townhouse. And then I need to go teach kids class. The kids, man, they're killing it, dude. I love my kids class so much. They're freaking animals. I love training the kids. They listen so well, especially this advanced kids class. They're doing big things. And I'm really proud of them. So shout out to all the kids out there. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rubber Guard Assassins. If you want this is your last chance to get your official Grace Gundrum tee, go on shopfinishers.com. Check it out. And use the promo code. You can use the promo code Finishers, I think. And if not, listen, just buy Grace t-shirt. Part of the money goes to her. And we're going to send in the list of how many they are to Bryce to Sharkface Apparel. And he's going to get those popping. We got a ton of new rash guards. We got new stuff coming. We always got new stuff coming. Shout out to Fuji. If you want to buy stuff from Fuji, promo code Finishers. You want to buy stuff from Vaporite, promo code Finishers. Just go to a BJJ site like Lanky Fight Gear, Roll Among Us, and just put in the promo code Finishers and see if it works. It probably does. But just so you guys know, I love y'all and I thank you guys for everything. And let's see where we can take it, man. The summer's coming. So if January came and went and you already are like, I didn't even do anything. Well, guess what? It's May. If you at least start now, right? You got like the whole month of May to get your shit together before June. So start working out, start getting back to whatever you're doing. If you're listening to this podcast and you're just home sitting on your ass thinking like, shit, why am I not out there doing something? Get up and get off your ass and freaking do something, man. Just try it. Just get into whatever you're doing and just lose yourself in that shit and just keep working. So lose yourself in the music the moment you hold it. Mom spaghetti. All right, peace, guys. What's up, guys? Zach here from the Finishers Podcast and from this podcast, Zach's Corner Podcast. And this podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, The Grappler's Guide 3.0. Just go to thegrapplersguide.com. Check it out. Actually, instead of going to thegrapplersguide.com, you can go to me on Instagram at Zach Maslany. Click the link in my bio. Under there, there'll be a spot that says Grappler's Guide. If you click that link and go to the Grappler's Guide, you can get 30% off. If you use the promo code Finishers too, you can get 30% off a lifetime membership. And I know there's some other deals with that too. So check out the Grappler's Guide. It's probably the largest grappling website that there is. Jason Scully, shout out to him. We filmed a bunch of videos on there. So if you're looking for the 10 Planet warm-ups, they're on there. If you're looking for, if you're like, dude, my open guard sucks ass, I need to figure some shit out, they're going to give you some ideas right there. Back attacks program, turtle and crucifix program, truck program, arm lock series. If you do gi for some odd reason, they got shit on there. If you're like trying to wrist lock people and piss them off, they got that on there. They also have what I really like is the outside experts. Not only do you get our stuff, but you get Riley Bodycomb, Dan Koval, Aaron Millam, Craig Jones, Wilson Hayes, Travis Stevens. You want to get your judo up? We're going to be down there. Lachlan Giles. If you want to get your guillotine up, learn from Josh Hinger. So check out the Grappler's Guide. Use the promo code Finishers. Or like I said, go to Instagram, click the link in my bio, and then click where it says Grappler's Guide. Use the promo code Finishers, and you're good to go. Get your learn on, motherfucker!
Hey everybody, this is Paul Maslany, Zach's little brother. I am Zach's podcast producer for Zach's Corner. I produce podcasts for multiple shows. Anyone who's interested in starting their own podcast, producing a podcast, they need a podcast producer, they need someone to help them with audio for anything. I do a little bit of video production with it. We can get audio tracks and stuff up onto YouTube. There's one-time deals. We could do hourly rates. I have packages. They're all custom built depending on what you want and what you need. I can help with one episode. I can help sign on for a whole season. It's whatever you're looking for. Maybe you just want me to show you how to do the basics and help you launch your podcast. Then you can take over and do everything on your own. Any of you who want to make recording a podcast a priority, I can show you how to do it yourself, help you get started. I could help you run it and produce it. If you want a professional quality podcast, I can get it up. I can get it online. Do your show notes. I can convert it to YouTube. I can get it on multiple platforms. There's other services are available as well. Reference the show notes for my email address to contact me